Good morning. Good morning. I am I'm trying to push through today. I woke up with like a slight fever. Um but yeah, I got some stuff I need to do, so I'm going to try to be productive while I can. Then I'm going to try to squeeze out a little bit more productivity with a workout at some point. But yeah, the flu or whatever I caught, it has me down bad. Let's see. I want to let people know that I'm live. Let's see. Stream at everyone. I'm live here if you want to hang out. If anybody else's desktop gets super messy, mine gets messy. I kind of obsess over keeping the desktop clean. Alex, yo, what's up, Alex? How are you? I think it's the first time I've ever seen you in my chat. So, yep, you are the first. Followed by C1E. What's up, C1E? It's been a minute, man. My schedule's been kind of funky the last couple days. Oh, I need some music too. Sitting in silence is not for me. Alex, nah, man, we spoke before about unit tests. Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry, Alex. I apologize. I do try to keep track of people I've talked to before in chat, so that's my bad. KG, remove all the shortcuts and pin the mains to the start bar. Um, I just use a launcher, KJ. Have you ever heard of Power Toys? There's a app and or there's a suite of tools called Power Toys for Windows. That's what I use to launch stuff. I don't really pin stuff to my taskbar. Talha, hi, what's up, Talha? Good to see you again, man. FFJ, hi, bro. How are you doing? Steve One, it's going great. Finished my workout. Now just doing some i3 config. Nice, dude. Got your workout in already. Yeah, I'm getting ready to use my please my name Vlogflix. Hello, Vlogflix. But Steve One, I actually was getting ready to or I wasn't getting ready to, but I was saying that I haven't been feeling super well the last 24 hours, 48 hours. And one of my secrets to dealing with that is like I strategically position my workout in the day. So like as soon as I start to feel my energy drop, that's when I go work out and it gives me like this second wind. Sunwild 1703. I'm new, making a systematic statement to be cool and chill. I love it. Well, that's we like cool and chill people here. Alex, how's work going for you? It's going good, man. It's a little busy. We're getting ready to come to a period of our life cycle, our product life cycle, where everything is sort of gonna kind of hit all at once. It's kind of like you know how they say like the calm before the storm. That's kind of the feeling right now at work. But it's good, man. It's good to have a job. It's good to have a paycheck. Alex, I'm doing a major refactor. Oof. So, Alex, do you have tests? If you have tests, refactoring is a little less scary. But if there are not tests, oh, Alex, were you the one that said that you're at your work you don't have a bunch of unit tests, do you? I think now I'm remembering that conversation. Shane, friend, hello, Shane. How are you? Router, this isn't 2 p.m. You got me, Router. You got me. So the 2 p.m. stream is aimed at doing code related stuff or side project related stuff, right? Where I actually kind of share my screen and chat with you guys and work on some stuff. Uh, and then I try to do one other stream during the day, which is much more like a chat with you guys type of stream. So I'll usually either be working out or I'll be actually doing some work, like proper work that I can't show on screen. But I'll still hang out with you guys and want to interact with you all. So that's the reason why this one is not at 2 p.m. So you got me. Vlog fix. My name is Rag Hav. My real name is Rag Hav. Sorry if I butchered your real name, man. Stevie, I don't have that luxury. So what? If I go to the gym past 1 p.m., it'll be full of kids. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the benefits of having a home gym, right, Stevie? Maybe it's time to get a squat rack or barbell or something. I'm not sure what your space looks like, so maybe you don't have room for one, but maybe, excuse me, maybe in the future. Sunwild, oh, I'm so sorry. Actually gonna stay and not comment weird things. Hope all good. No, I thought your comment was fine. I didn't think anything was wrong with your comment, Sunwild. I just was wanting to say, like, yeah, that's the kind of people we like here. Cool and chill people. Alex, no tests. Oh yeah, dude. Alex, I'm thinking about you. I am sending good positive vibes your way as you go through your refactor, because there is nothing scarier than ripping out code or moving code around and not having a good way of getting feedback. I mean, that's one of the benefits, right, of statically typed languages or compiled languages, is you do kind of have a step in the process where you can change some stuff and you get a little bit of feedback that maybe you broke stuff, or maybe there's other files that you need to go change. But like in something like JavaScript, right, you don't know till you run it, or Python even, you don't know till you run it. Talha, waterfall versus agile, which is better for you? I've only ever worked in a waterfall setting, Talha, so I've never actually experienced agile, like what I would guess is like true agile software development. I would say my personal projects are more agile, but obviously it's kind of tough because like it's not really a team of people. So I only know waterfall. I don't like it. I think it's a bad approach. Manufacturing back in the day used to be largely waterfall driven, where you had this, one workstation would produce a lot of work, and then the next workstation would have to. And if you think of software development in the same idea as a manufacturing line or production line, which is what my career was before I got into software or got into tech, it doesn't make sense to do a waterfall kind of push style system. It leads to lots and lots of efficiencies. Like if you're familiar with like Six Sigma or any of these CI systems, yeah, waterfall is not the way to go. Stevie, I currently live in a flat, but when I move in a few years, woohoo wee. Yeah, man. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a flat. Our family kind of has a flat. We just luckily have a garage. There's units in our neighborhood that have garages and some don't, and we got one with a garage. So we got kind of lucky. Yeah, Alex Hart, man. Yeah, I feel you, man. I wish you nothing but good things. Kavya Shanmugam. Sorry if I butchered your name, man. Hi, I'm from India. Bro, see me. I see you, man. I see you. Sorry. It just took me a minute. I was catching up. Sometimes I can get a little windy talking to chat. But yeah, we've had several people from India hang out here, so it's really nice to see you, man. You guys want to hear a funny joke? Gordak, bro, I'm not going to talk about software. I've been a computer engineer for 15 years. Please do not sit on chair without moving more than 1 hour. Always move, and every 1 hour I ended up with neck problems. Well, Gordak, I really appreciate that advice, and funny enough you say that. Let me see if I can find it. I keep a kettlebell by my desk for this reason. Let me grab it for you real quick so I can show you. Yeah. So I keep this. I keep that 45-pound weight wherever I'm working. I keep it nearby, And then like every so often, I get up and do some push presses, some overhead presses. I'll do some goblet squats. I'll do some windmills. Um, yeah, for sure. Gordak, I am on the same page as you. So thank you for your advice. Brooklyn, sup? I'm going to the park for the exploration place today. Nice, Brooklyn. That sounds like a lot of fun. It's the weather here is probably park weather. It's only 50. It's supposed to get up to 67 today. It's only 52 right now, but I'll probably go outside and get some sun. Whenever I'm feeling kind of under the weather, like water, sunlight, and movement are kind of like my things that make me feel the best. Furry cat boy. Are you furry? No. I mean, what do you consider furry? I mean, we all have body hair, man. Not furry like a cat. What a strange thing to say. Have you guys heard that TikTok? I never did start the music, did I? Here we go. You guys have just had to listen to me. My voice yammer. I do have a, by the way, I do have a, so when I said like an hour or an office hour, it is an hour because I have a meeting at 10:30, but I'm going to hang out till then. Simtax, are you the live streamer who lives in Japan that I saw a few weeks ago? Simtax, nope. Unfortunately, I've never been to Japan. I would love to go to Japan. But I do live stream a couple times a day. It's just, it's from Kansas and not Japan. So much less cool. I'm waiting because everyone in my house is... Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Well, man, it sounds like you're excited for your day. 9:41. It's 9:42 a.m. where I am. I'm in the Central Standard Time Zone. Which I'll tell you, like, Steve1E can probably attest to this. Because he's probably the chatter that's been here the longest, I think, maybe. But I'm terrible with time zones. The whole live streaming thing has really, like... Because it's the first time I've really on a daily basis had to interact with, I mean, I shouldn't say that. When I worked at a Japanese company. I worked at a company that was owned by the Japanese, and sometimes we did work with counterparts there. So I have worked with people who live in other time zones, but like remembering that when I say good morning, it's not morning for everybody. So I hope that I'd never come off as like insensitive in that sense. I try to remember that not everybody's time of day is my time of day. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yep. I'm in Kansas. Talhal. It's 7:43 p.m. in Pakistan. Okay, so you're in the evenings, Talhal. Talhal, I don't want to like make you uncomfortable or anything, but are you participating in, and this may not be relevant, so just say no if it's not, but are you participating in Ramadan? Isn't that's going on right now? It goes from like February 29th to March 29th or something like that, I think. One of my son's friends at school, I actually volunteered at my kid's school yesterday, and one of his friends was participating in it, which I thought was pretty cool. And it was nice to be able to explain to my son, like, have my son ask his friend, like, what is Ramadan and why do you do it? And I'm all about getting my kids exposed to like other perspectives and other ways of life. You know, I don't want them to grow up thinking that like their way of life is the only way of life. Nick Cliff, it's 2:43 the UK. 2:43 p.m. Yeah, 2:43 p.m. Okay, yeah. So you got some of you guys are damn near gonna be into Wednesday here pretty soon. Hashtag Zara. Hi, how are you? Talha, yes you are. Okay, very cool, man. Yeah. I bet, I don't know, maybe you're used to it by now, but I think it would probably take me a couple years to get used to fasting all day. I've done intermittent fasting, like as a dietary fitness thing, and I thought it was tough. Um, so hats off to you guys. I don't tell my son what I believe or what he should believe because I don't want to influence his views of life. I think that's fair, Zara. I probably don't go that far. Like, I do definitely tell my kids, like, these are my values, these are the things I find important. Um, but we do encourage them too to think for themselves, right? We encourage them to be open to other ways of life. But if he asks, I'll tell him my views, but he doesn't ask. Well, they get curious. Eventually, they get curious, I'm sure. I have a third grader and a first grader, so my third grader is sort of starting to get to that age where everything, curiosity about the world is more of a thing. Steve, you know any good cheap fence option that can be used in big areas? The only cheap fence I'm aware of, C1E, is chain link. But I don't know if that's really what you're talking about. Also, like, you could also do, like, not barbed wire, but what would be the term here in the States? I guess it would be like chicken wire is what we'd call it here in the States. That would be pretty cheap. But yeah, I'm not sure. Are you thinking of like something for your dog, like to run around outside type of thing? We did for a little while when we lived in an apartment that didn't really have, when me and my wife first moved out. You would like something solid. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it you already have chain link. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have any other good. Zara, my son is almost 17. Okay, well then maybe he isn't interested. So, but maybe he'll come around. There's always time. After a few years, it lifts off the ground. Yeah, I don't know, man. That may be less of a fence thing and more of a, like, how you put the fence post in the ground type of thing. Like, we had a dog. We still have him. My little dachshund. And so at the place we lived at right before this, we had a backyard, like a very small backyard that had one side was chain link, and then the other two sides were like privacy fence. And he had a real issue with digging under that chain link. And so what we did was they were like these little hooks, almost like hooks, and we just nailed them into the ground at the bottom of the chain link fence to kind of like trap it. And that seemed to be enough to deter him, but that's really been my only experience with like pet related fence troubles. I wish I could get a fence for my dog, but my yard isn't big enough. Yeah, we don't have a backyard or anything like that now where we live. We just have to take them on a leash and walk them. One day though, hopefully we'll be able to buy a house one day. And I never thought I'd be 31 and still not owning a house at this point. Like growing up in the US, at least, like everybody I knew growing up, lived in a house that they didn't necessarily own it, right? But they had a mortgage on it. I never thought it would take me this long to buy my first one. Oh, I have a problem with, oh, okay, other animals going in. That's tough. What kind of animals, Steve1E? Devansh? Hi, bro. What's up, dude? How are you? I love the forest. That's lucky. Yeah, that would be lucky. Professor Oak, you're 31. You don't look a day over 40. What? Professor Oak, wait a minute. What do you mean? You can't really see it on stream, but like I have a bunch of like gray hair, like kind of sifted throughout my dark hair. You can see it up close. Like if you're And my wife gets a big kick out of it because she has gray hair, and so now that I'm getting gray hair, she thinks it's very funny. There's foxes used to kill our chickens, badgers, and oh man, foxes, yeah, they're the worst. Them and coyotes. I'm not sure. I mean, the foxes and the coyotes are difficult because they can jump so high. I mean, you can do like a 12-foot privacy fence, and those fuckers will scale it. Oh wow. God. Oh man, that's terrible, Simon. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, those kind of scavenger like predators, they're difficult. I actually listened to if you got any of you guys listen to the Joe Rogan podcast, he was telling a story about um like coyotes that tried to attack a pit bull, and the pit bull just like murdered them all. It was crazy, I guess. But yeah, that's tough, man. I'm not really sure. I've heard people say that if you put up red lights on your fences, that will help deter coyotes, but I don't know if that works the same on foxes, man. I wish I had more advice on that part, because that really sucks to have to always be concerned with letting your pets outside. Professor Oak, I'm 32, no grays yet. Well, Professor Oak, you're lucky. I mean, I don't really care that much. I mean, I'll be happy to be to have silver hair. It's not a big deal. I don't have gray hair too. I have gray hair too. I like it. Oh, I'm 36, but I identify as 40. Yeah, I identify as a much older human being as well. My wife always says that like I'm a 80-year-old trapped in like a 30-year-old's body. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with some silver hair. I just want something that'll stay solid after a few years, like some sort of wire grid, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it might be interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I wish I had a good idea. I don't have a terribly that much experience with dealing with those types of issues, you know? Have any of you guys been? Did any of you guys watch Adjudicating Chaos? How old are you, young lady? Well, I'm not a lady, but I'm 31. Amrit Paul, hi. How are you? How are you doing? What video games do I play? I like the wood adjudicating. Yeah, adjudicating. That's a good word. That's like one of those $1 million words. I'm adjudicating this issue right now. Big Boy says, "What video games do you play?" I play mostly. So I mostly play Call of Duty. So like if it's just me sitting down, I'm gonna play some games. I usually play Call of Duty. I've actually been playing a lot more recently because Verdansk is coming back at the beginning of April, so I'm pumped and excited for that. But my kids are big gamers, so we play a lot of things, a lot of variety of stuff. We play Fortnite together quite a bit, Minecraft, things like that. Um, they both got PS5s for Christmas, and so they've been working their way through a bunch of the Spider-Man games, which has been kind of fun. I haven't played, I've just watched, but. Stewie, okay, found something interesting. Welded wire mesh fence. I guess I'll get something like that. The problem is I got to cover like 70 acres. Well, Stewie, it sounds like learning Go is going to have to take a back seat for maybe a few days while you put up new wire mesh fence around your 70 acres. That's a big area, man. This isn't where you live though, right? Right? 70 acres in a flat? Or is this like some land you guys own, kind of like outside of town type of thing? But yeah, there will be very little Go learning happening while you do that. Steve, I also think that. Yeah, you're gonna be tired, bro. 70 acres. Whew. Oh, your grandma. Nice. Okay. Yeah, it's like family land. Very cool. Dang, four house. Dang, that's awesome. You got like a family compound. Very cool. Yeah, you'll definitely want to protect the pets out there if in the, if you're out there in rural country, countryside. I kind of grew up a little bit, not on a farm, but my grandparents had a large farm, 400 acres. They raised cattle in Missouri, Southwest Missouri. And so we spent some weekends, quite a few weekends there growing up. Um, it's nice to have space like that. Tiger Morph. One of my fave games was Spider-Man 2 for PS2. You remember Warhogs for PS1? I've never been a PlayStation. I've never owned PlayStations until this past Christmas when I bought them for my kids because we've always been an Xbox household. That's what I grew up playing was like the first console I had was a Sega Genesis, which was my dad's. Then after that we bought a Nintendo 64. Then a GameCube, then the Xbox, and then we've always bought Xbox consoles until my kids were like, we really want PlayStations, and they already have Xboxes. But yeah, they've said nothing but great stuff about Spider-Man 2. All the Spider-Man games really, and watching them, they look like amazing games. Since it's like 15 kilometers from the city, I guess I can pay someone to get me fiber optics. Ooh, nice. Yeah. Fiber internet is a game changer. We didn't have it. So where I lived before this, I lived in a town called Joplin in Southwest Missouri, and we did not have fiber. Then we moved here, and we got fiber, and it's a game changer. I'm waiting for Starlink to come to Serbia. Maybe that will be a valid option. Yes, people. I have some friends back home in my hometown. That live in more rural places, and they use Starlink, and they have good things to say about it. I've never used it, but I'll tell you, fiber internet is the bomb. I mean, it's crazy, and here I'm not sure what it is like in Europe. But in the U.S., it's pretty reasonable. I would say it's actually kind of pricey here in the U.S., but compared to non-fiber internet service, it doesn't seem that much more expensive to me. I'm currently actively trying to hydrate my illness away. Oh, you currently have fiber. Okay, nice. Yeah, so 4.5 gig. Oh, man. You got me beat. I only have a gig. A gig up and a gig down. It's only 30 euros? Holy man, you guys have it hooked up. And I don't think, hold on, 30 euros to dollars? $32? Holy moly, man. I think my bill is like double that. My bill is like 70, it may be $80 now for 1 gig up, 1 gig down. That's crazy, man. 2 gig upload. Professor Oak, I operate a small rural fiber ISP. Professor Oak, come on. Do you really? No way. I don't know. That's sus, bro. I don't know if I believe that. Oh, I was going to say, you guys like my water bottle? I'm trying to hydrate my illness away currently. Allie, hi you. Sup? Nothing, Allie. We're just hanging out. Getting a little work done, chatting. I've got a meeting at 10:30 that I got to run for, but other than that, I haven't been feeling too well the last 24 hours or so, so we're going to see how long my work productivity actually lasts. Artwork Studios, cool. You stream right now too. Yeah, my batteries are getting low. Yeah, so I've been trying to do like a morning stream if I can. That's more of like a chat with you guys, interact with you all, and then in the afternoons I'll do the actual like side project coding. St1E. Well, I used to work for them sometimes, so nice. So you got the hookup. Artwork Studios. If your batteries are getting low, man, why don't you, excuse me, get some sleep? You know. Professor Oak, yes sir. Only 5K subs right now. 4K are fixed wireless, and 1K is FTTH. I don't know what the acronym is. Okay, so Professor Oak, can you share the business? Can you share a link? I mean, I don't want to like outright call you a liar. It's just I'm just skeptic. I'm just a skeptic when it comes to things on the internet, right? So if you do own the business, I'd love to hear about it. Yeah, fiber to them. Well, that's great, man. But do you mind like sharing? Yet your business have a website, or where is it located? Rather not dox myself. Oh, okay, fair enough. That's interesting. I would figure as a business owner you'd want to promote it, you know? Not that necessarily the people in my chat are your target customer, but I'm not the owner, just the operator manager. Oh, did I misread your thing? I thought you said you owned it. Oh, you operate. Okay, interesting. All right, yeah, okay, that's more believable. Well, man, you know a lot about the ISP business then. So can you tell us, Professor Oak, why is it that I pay $80-something for a gig up and a gig down here in the US, but St1E can pay $30 for 4 gigs up and 2 gigs down? Like, what's the cost structure there about? Zone Wishy. Hello, Zone Wishy. So you take a look at Discord. I'm looking. Wow. Yeah, I don't understand how people can get such cheap internet. Why is the US so expensive? That's wild. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. I guess I didn't realize there was a... I didn't realize European... Yeah, I didn't realize Europeans had the hookup on the Wi-Fi. Let's see. Professor Oak says big ISPs all prioritize profit. We're about $100 for a gig, but we are very rural, so only 2 to 3 houses per mile. Huh. So Professor Oak, you're saying that your cost seems high because you have a few number of customers per mile of cable that you have to run. Is that what you're saying? Like versus if you had 10 homes on that same stretch of mile, you would be able to charge less to recoup what you spent to lay the cable. Artwork Studios, yeah, sell to richer countries for more. Well, our paychecks are way lower than yours, so yeah, it kind of evens out. It's business. Yeah, I mean, I guess St1E, that's not, it isn't really a fair comparison. The economies of the U.S. versus the economies of the rest of the world are just different. But yeah, it just kind of strikes me as that's crazy that there's such a big difference in price. I'm gonna get a forearm workout just lifting this water bottle up. Why? Yeah, why? I'm so glad, like, I'm so appreciative of the fact that I get to work from home, because there's no way, if I felt like I did now, there'd be no way I'd be able to go into the office and work. Probably should check my temperature again at some point. Professor Tullhall. Hi, I'm back. Hello, Tullhall. I hope you're doing well. Professor Oak, our ISP specifically is very rural. We are unique in the ISP space. We are primarily an electric cooperative utility, and were formed for providing electric back in the 30s. Oh, interesting. Yeah, this sounds like a very interesting business, Professor Oak. Artwork Studios. My phone's tweaking because I accidentally dropped some paint on it. Oh no. Oh no, Artwork Studios. See when you be back in a minute. Yeah, no worries, man. Do what you gotta do. Well, I gotta go. It's 11 p.m. for me right now. Yeah, man, get some sleep. You said your batteries were running low, so get you some rest. Oh, you're not leaving fast, man. I'm only live for an hour or so, so you're not leaving fast. Appreciate you hanging out with us, though. It's very kind of you. All right, I got a new task. Oh, yeah, this one we... Oh. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. Oh, I already looked at that one. It's not a bug. It was a config issue. I'll update that ticket accordingly. I tell you what, everything in tech is a ticket. Sorry for leaving so fast each time. No. Okay, bye. See you next stream if I don't miss it. Yeah, man. See you next time. I'll be live about 2 o'clock, so. All right. That's what I'm planning. Unless I feel if I feel really worse in the next couple hours, maybe not, but I'm going to try to keep getting work done. Have my meeting at 10:30. Do some more work. Middle of the day, I'm going to try to lift or do some kind of workout. And then I'm going to try to ride that second wave of post-workout endorphins to the end of the day. Yeah, but everything is a ticket. IT has tickets. Software developers have tickets. Quality assurance, logs, bug tickets. Everything's a ticket. Which is probably good. I mean, it's good to have documentation. Some people hate documentation. I don't. I think documentation is great. As somebody who uses documentation quite often, I appreciate people who put effort into it. Talhall, do you only stream in YouTube? Right now, pretty much. I haven't really streamed to Twitch. So I was streaming to Twitch, and I stopped because it was like a ghost yard over there. Ghost yard? Like a ghost town over there. Like no one would interact. I'd have nobody watching, so I just kind of stopped. I think the only reason I actually get viewers on my YouTube streams is because my YouTube streams show up in the shorts feed, and so I think that helps with discoverability. I also tried streaming to TikTok for a little while, but that was kind of the same experience as Twitch. There wasn't much interaction, so Now it's just YouTube. I'm Matt. Hey man, what's up? How are you? I'm Matt. We're doing well over here. We're just chilling. Just chilling. Enjoying the work from home life. I haven't been feeling too well the last. I woke up with a little bit of a fever, a big old headache. But then I drank some caffeine. I took some ibuprofen, some allergy meds, and I'm getting by at the moment. Nikki says, "Oh no." Hey Nikki, how are you? Good to see you again, man. Thanks for stopping in. Sorry, I'm kind of like zoning out because I'm trying to write this bug, this description of a bug that wasn't a bug. If that makes sense. I tell you what, writing good bug tickets, writing good reproducibility steps is a skill. I don't care what any developer or programmer or coder says. Like being able to like distill an issue and a problem and clearly state it, and then also provide really clear, simple reproduction steps is a big skill. Maybe you got hit by what's Promaja? I'm not sure what that is. Nikki, hey, all right, thanks. And by you, I'll always try to make a stop. Yeah, I appreciate that, Nikki. I'm doing good, other than the whatever flu thing virus I picked up. But Badim, we can fix this problem for you real quick. We're just gonna say bye-bye, Badim. See you later, man. Get the fuck out of here. Search it up. Okay. Oh, interesting. It's a superstitious belief. Okay, so in the US, we have a similar thing. It's not exactly the same, but people always say that you can't go outside when it's cold or you'll catch a cold. And the scientist in me is always like, it's not how germs work. It's not how viruses and bacteria work. But yeah, it could maybe that's what it was. Could have had too much wind blowing. We did have a lot of wind here the last couple days. Oh man, it was so windy. Pissed me off. I hate the wind. Okay, so then we save this. This is going in. This should be. I don't even know what to put this in. I don't even know how to class. Let's see. Let's just say not. Yeah, I'll just call it that. Let's see. Not. Yeah, not implementing. Proof. Yeah. Put it in not implementing. Fuck it. COVID 2020. Oh man, I mean, it's kind of crazy. Steve, when he's Serbia, everything bad happens because of, we have a saying here. Nice. Well, it's good to have something you can blame bad things happening on. Let's see, Ali says, "Hey, I'm back again. Turns out I found a website which is Will AI Take My Job? It showed a 20 to 30% chance on my career options." Ali, I'm sorry, Ali, but my advice to you would not be to worry your head about that. I'm not worried about it. I think we're a long ways away from AI replacing you. You probably should spend some time learning how to work with AI, how to use AI, how to use AI tools, or generative AI powered tools. That would probably be beneficial because the future definitely involves us working with them. But replacing you, I think we're a ways from that. And what I would say in the next 5 years, brother, come on, I'm in my early 20s. Yeah, I just don't. I'm 31, right? So I'm probably not going to retire until I'm 65 or later. Probably, I think the retirement age for my group here in the U.S. is more like 67 or something like, maybe 72 at this point. So that means I have over 30 years worth of a career left. And I'll tell you why I'm not worried about it is, one, I think that there's going to be a lot more work for coders, programmers, developers, anybody who's tech savvy. I think there's going to be a lot more work for you in the future. I don't know what that work is going to look like, but I think there's going to be plenty of it. Two, I'm not worried about it because I've already changed careers 4 times. I've been a personal trainer. I was a medical scribe. I was a food scientist. I was a support analyst. And now I'm a quality engineer. So what is that, 4 or 5 careers? And I'm 31. So I fully anticipate to have many more job changes in my life. And so whatever comes next, I'll learn that, and we'll just keep on going. Ali, 65, brother. When are you gonna have a vacation? Some long time. Well, I mean, 65. That's very traditionally retirement age in the U.S. I'm not, though. Honestly, I'm not trying to retire. I'm just trying to get to a point where I have more control and more say over how I work, where I work, when I work. Right? I just want to get to a place where I have enough money in the bank that I kind of have a, like, FU money, if you've ever heard of that. Nikki, and next, Steven is a full stack web dev with me. Yeah, I don't know where my next spot in tech will be, but I just don't worry about AI coming for it. I find that whole discussion uninteresting. AI versus programmers. I've gotten to the point where it's like, yeah, guys, I mean, I get it. It's good engagement bait for a lot of these creators out here. I just don't think it's worth our energy. Like, I think our energy would be far better spent doing one of two things: learning new skills, building projects, or learning how to use the AI tools that are out there. Like, I think that would be a better use of time than debating or worrying about whether AI is coming for your job. Steve One, I'm 19. Anyone here younger? I'm weird for chilling with old people. I don't think you're weird, man. I don't think you're weird at all. Like one of my best friends, my business partner actually, when I owned a gym, when I was a personal trainer, he's 40. See, I'm 31. I would have met him when I was, God, I met him. I was probably still in high school the first time I met him. He's like 10 years older than me. He had lived like a whole life by the time we started the gym. Yeah, as you get older, age is less. The difference in age feels less and less like a thing. Tutti Frutti, nice Tutti Frutti, nice comment. Way to really meta that. Tahal, I'm 21. Nice. Well, you guys have lots of time then. As do I. I mean, we all do. I mean, just think about that. Like, put that in perspective. You have, for those of you who are under 20, for those of you who are my age, you have anywhere between 40 and 30 years of working left. I mean, think about that. Think about how much time that is. It's crazy. There was a doctor when I was a medical scribe that I worked in the ER with. He had been a doctor for 40 years. 40 years. Can you imagine all the things he'd seen changed in 40 years of practicing medicine? It's crazy. It's hard for you to... when you're only 30, though, it's hard to comprehend doing anything for 40 years. It's difficult to think on that type of time scale. Allie, wow, my comments keep getting retracted. I'm sorry, Allie. There may be like content. You may be hitting my content filters. Allie, won't tell my mother about you. She's Asian. She will start comparing. Be like him. Yes, 5. I do not have 5 degrees. I have a single degree. I'm just really good at learning new things. And so I've made lots of jumps into new fields. Facts. School is the only time people are forced to socialize by age group. Yeah. And I think when there's definitely at the younger ages, it makes sense to socialize people by age, right? Like, you know, I don't want my first grader or third grader hanging out with a high schooler, right? I don't, you know, not that there's anything wrong with those high schoolers, it's just that they have completely different interests, completely different concerns, completely different life experiences. But then once you cross over that like 18, 19, 20, you enter the professional world, the difference in age really goes away, right? It's just it's not as big of a deal. Nikki says, yeah, I got like 50 years of programming waiting for me. I'm gonna be insane. Yeah, I mean, and that's, I think, Nikki, I have the same reaction. Like, if you think about it like that, when you think, man, think of how many more reps, right? Think of where you are now, whatever given skill or career you're in, and then think, man, I'm gonna have 30 or 40 more years of getting reps at this thing. Like, you're gonna be insanely good at whatever you choose to apply yourself to. Assuming you make the most out of your time, right? So, Ali says, I'm going to work for 15 years and chill in a third world country. Well, that's not a bad idea either. Gotta have self-conscious and common sense before hanging around older people. Yes, agreed. But Ali, yeah, I think that's a wonderful plan. 15 years and you're out. Yeah. I mean, I'm obsessive about saving for the future. But I don't necessarily save for the future so I can peace out. I more of save for the future so that as I get older, I have more options, more optionality. And then hopefully I'll end up with something to give to the next generation of my family. Chrisella Souza. Hey, Steven, remember me? I do, man. How are you doing? Good to see you again. Steven, damn, you changed my view of work experience right now. Yeah, I think I just think it's, when I was 18, 19, 20, I think I've mentioned this before when I was in college. Like, when I was in college, all I thought about was getting through college. I was just in such a hurry. And now that I'm 31, and so I've been out of school now for 10 years, just about 10 years. I graduated in 2015. like now I realize how much life is really a marathon. Like very few things are gonna happen overnight. Um, and so you can either be disappointed by that, or you can kind of revel in it, and say, man, look how much time I have to get better. There's my wife. Hey, honey. How's work? She's probably wondering, what are you doing streaming? You say you weren't feeling good. Allie, gotta have that strength. How you gonna enjoy life with weak bones and hanging flat? Well, that's true. Yeah, you don't want to. You want to age gracefully, for sure. Allie, you graduated when you were 21, 22. Undergrad or full on? Undergrad. I only have a bachelor's degree. I was 22? No, I had just turned 23. My birthday's in April, and I graduated in May. I got married that year too. That spring. Stewie, thank you for being kind to my wife. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, if any of you guys follow WebDev Cody, one of my favorite things about WebDev Cody's videos is every time he posts a video, his wife is always like the first comment on the video. I find it funny, but I also find it very cute that she's so supportive of him like that. Allie, 2 years right or 4? My birthday's in April too, 27th of April. Yeah, I'm the 21st. 4. Usually university here in the States is a 4-year program for an undergraduate degree, for a bachelor's degree. But I think the average now is people take 5 years to do it. But it took me 4. I was very committed to getting it done in 4. Yeah, it is dope. Allie, those women are keepers. Don't ever let them down or let them go. Yeah, true that. Yeah, true that. Yeah, so true. So true, Stewie. Yeah, it's good to it's really good to have a life partner, someone that you can build a life with. It's a special thing. I've said this before. I met my wife when I was 15. I'm 31 now, so I've literally been with her longer than I've been without her at this point in my life, which is pretty crazy because we are not at all the same people we were when we met. We're not at all the same people we were even 10 years ago. All right, guys. I just noticed it's 10:28, so I am going to. Well, I have to sign off here. I'm gonna go drink some water, and like I said, I'm gonna try to stream again at 2, on my lunch break, and work on. I don't know what I'm gonna work on. I kind of want to keep learning Go. Go has kind of grabbed my attention, so I might work on that. I don't know. When I'm feeling sick like this, it's hard for me to sit down and work on difficult problems. It just requires way more energy, so learning might be the best thing for me to do at the moment on stream. But yeah, that's what I'll be back. So if you guys are around, jump in. If not, no worries. I'll see you guys again in the next stream. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. It's really kind of you. Victor, I'll see you later, man. Allie, I'll see you later. Stewie, go mention. Yes, go mention. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Tuesday. If I don't see you again, if I do see you again, yeah, we'll have more good chill vibes then. All right, guys. Bye, y'all.